first of a series of YouTube videos on modes. I think the modes of the major scale on the guitar is something that's really misunderstood by a lot of people, and I want to try to simplify it a little bit with these 7 lessons. Normally, when people try to learn their modes on the guitar, they learn a bunch of fingerings. You know, they learn things like this. And so on. And the problem with that, for me, is that it's really difficult to get the sound of each of the 7 modes of the major scale in your head by just playing a bunch of fingerings. You know, if you do that, they all just kind of sound like a major scale because you're not playing them in the context of anything. Okay? So, how I like to try and kind of simplify this with my own students and the way I'm going to do it now is we're going to play all of the modes just on one string. Okay? If any of you are brand new to studying modes or studying scales, what a mode is, or a mode of the major scale, more specifically, is when you take a major scale and you treat each note as the root note. Okay? Which means the first mode of the major scale is the major scale, because you're treating the root note of the major scale as the root note. And we're going to be working with the key of G here. Okay, so we're going to take all of these modes from the G major scale, okay, which is going to be like this: G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then G again. And that's how we're going to play it, just on the 3rd string, starting with G. And ending with the G of the 12th fret. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play them over different backing tracks. We're just going to use those notes only. We're not going to change anything at all. And you'll see when we change the backing in each video, sort of the character of the scale changes because you're playing a different mode at that point. Okay? Modes generally are all about emphasis. Okay? So in this first example, we're going to be talking about the Ionian mode, also known as the major scale. I normally just call it the major scale. That's it. But its modal name is Ionian mode. Okay? Now, the note that we're going to emphasize here is G. So I'm just going to play a G major scale over a G drone. Okay? So I'm going to start a little loop here, and then I'm going to play through the scale, and you can hear how it sounds. Now I'm just going to be playing G, and that's it. So you can see that has a particular sound. Okay, it sounds kind of happy, sounds kind of upbeat, because it's the major scale, and that's it. And that, to me, is what an Ionian mode or a major scale sounds like. Okay? So, in future videos, we're going to take a look at the other 7 modes, which are going to have a little bit of a different character to them. Okay? The Dorian mode is going to sound different from that, even though it's the same exact notes. The context is what matters. Be sure to check out part 2 when we cover the Dorian mode. I'm going to provide a link to the backing track from the beginning of the video under the video, so check that out so you can practice your own Ionian or major scale stuff. So until next time, take it easy.